Okay, how you doing, guys? It's Andrew K, One Man Clan. I'm coding again, and I just listened back to my previous thing I did, and first of all, I speak so fast. I spoke so fast, so I will I'm trying it right now to speak slower and clearer. If nothing else, this is an exercise in I guess communication. It's a funny thing. There's how you think in my head, how I think what's going on, and then when I listen back to the video, it sounds that guy I heard on the video. It's kind of like I feel like telling him just slow down, dude. Slow down, one word at a time. Speak slowly and clearly. Everyone else is not in your head. The trouble is, it's not. I'm not doing this as a tutorial. This is just bird's eye view, or this is like I said, a reference for a future me that's forgotten how to do this. And so on the other hand, it doesn't hurt to practice speaking slower and clearer. So I will do that. And also there was a bit of distortion. There I go, speeding up again. There was a bit of distortion. Look, I'm going to speed up eventually because I can't, it's an unconscious thing. But look, I'm going to try it. If it's unconscious, how can you try it? Because I will try to make it conscious, okay? So let's go with what we're doing today, which is something brand new that I'm hesitating doing this because I have no idea what I'm about to do. This is completely new. The idea just came, it's like earlier today. Did I mention this is new? It's new. As in I haven't even thought about this yet, how I would do it. So it's a brand new idea. So this is like a code that's just fresh off from the concept to let's see how we go. I don't know how much of it I'm going to upload, how much of this will be interesting to people. Anyway, let's get on to it. How you doing? What are we doing? What's the idea? Well, first of all, the idea is this. We have beasts in the game. Where are they? We have these beasts. Where are we? We have these beasts. And they look like this. You summon them. For those that don't know what I'm talking about. And there's a beast. And it does things that, goes, this is a Scrag, it's a Quake 1 Scrag, which in the code is known as a wizard for some reason. But anyway, that's how it is. Anyway, and I just thought, hold on a sec. There's one, and they go around and they do stuff. So here's the idea. If you have two of them, let's say have a second, this is the idea. So I have a second Scrag, boom. Now, wouldn't it be interesting? And let me just turn this down. Okay, wouldn't it be interesting if these two Scrags, because obviously you want to keep things alive. So here's the idea. Shall I tell you the slow version? I'm going to tell you how I want it, whatever. I'm going to tell you how I want to tell you it. Here's the story, the backstory. We have these two Scrags, and as Agent pointed out today, he said, never mind the criticism. Here's the idea. The two Scrags, why not as a reward for keeping them alive? Because there should be some reward system in the game for doing a good job. And since individual frags are not kept in AGR, the reward system should be something you should be able to do during the game if you're doing well. Now, obviously, you can't do it with all classes, but whenever possible, that would be nice to do. And here's the idea. The idea is, if you can keep these guys alive long enough, let's say, just for rough number, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know. But for testing purposes, we're going to do a lot. Whatever, let's say 5 minutes for now, just to throw a number out there. If you can keep these two guys alive for 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, there's a chance that, ready? One of them male, the other one could be female, that they get together, they breed, and they make little baby Scrags. And the baby Scrags are small and cute, and they do a little bit of damage, and they can go on and breed. Oh no, it's incest. Whatever. Anyway, the point is that they will go on and breed, and there will be more Scrags and more and more and more. So potentially, you get lots and lots of scrags. Now, of course, you can choose to bring them out into battle. Actually, interesting. Normally, if you bring them out into battle, then they will they get rewarded. So how would you? Anyway, see, I haven't thought this through. This is my brain thinking it on this, So I'm showing my, anyway. So part of me says I should be brilliant and come up with all the pre-planning and then present this wonderful finished idea, totally worked out. Boom. The other school of thought is, look, that might be interesting. The backstory of what the thought that goes behind it and how it came about. So that's what this is all about. Okay, look at this. I'm steeling myself against all this criticism that I'm expecting, but it might not. Look, if you don't want to, if you like surprises, then stop watching now. If you just want to see a finished thing, just show up perfectly. Stop watching now. If you're going to judge me being indecisive and then stop watching now. You probably watch more if you get to get your thrills or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Look. But if you're interested in this, man, look at this. Listen to me. I'm justifying the whole thing. You know what? Okay, no more apologies. Let's proceed. That's the deal. Okay, it's not a tutorial. This is... Do I need to keep explaining this? Okay, that's it. No more talking about that. Okay, so, again, this is just testing the idea. Listen to me. So defensive. Because there's so many critics all the time that attack me. Every time there's like, this won't work or that. Let me just try it. Let's just see what happens, okay? It could be fun. It's getting hot in here. Okay. God, how long has it been going for? Where are we? 6 minutes. I haven't even done anything yet. Where are we? Okay. So, after 5 minutes, they get together, and then they breed, and also there's a bit of gambling involved, a bit of a chance factor. Okay, the gamble. Will it be male, female? Will they breed? So, and yes, and also there's that battle of the question of, should you put things in battle so they get kills, so you get rewarded for that, but then that risks killing them. Currently, these things don't last that long. In battle, they last, they're pretty weak. So what is the point of this? Is this a stupid idea? They're going to die anyway. So, look, the impetus for this idea, the inspiration is, I think it look really, really cool. I think it's funny to have these little things. Also, I want to just watch them having sex. I think that's going to be funny. Yes, that's what you heard correctly. Having sex, little scrags or little scraggy noises. And little baby scrags. And I want them to grow and to be deadly. And they should be powerful enough to do damage, but not so powerful, obviously, that they're unbalanced. But anyway, let's shall we get into the coding? If you're not interested in coding, you can stop watching now, because that's it. All I'm going to do is now see ways of implementing this. Okay, so I've got here the spot where is it? Warlock. Warlock is where all this happens. By the way, these are some fantastic. I'm not going to give it all away. I didn't write those. They're the custom TF names for some of the beasts. They're fantastic, those names. I'm going to keep them. Okay, so where are we with, what's that called? Monster breeding. I'm going to call it monster breeding. This is the function. And it's going to be here. At the bottom of, we've just spawned a beast. For now, I'm going to do a generic function for all the beasts. This is where all beasts are spawned. Down the bottom, we have this. And so, as you know, I like keep things modular. So here's the rest of this is going to be technical, by the way. So if you're not a programmer or you're not interested in game programming, thanks for listening, and I hope it works out. And if the idea sucks, look, it'll be interesting anyway. It'll be entertaining. And as always, things will be modified. If they don't, I don't have to say that to why you know that's true. Okay, so let's get on with the coding. So let's make a function. Monster breeding. Okay, by the way, there's a lot of distortion in my voice last time, so I've pushed the mic away a little bit. Here we go. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so this it's an entity. Let's call it beast or the beast. I don't know, for some reason I like putting the in front of it. Okay. Actually, no, I don't want to do that because I want this to call itself. I want this to call itself. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. Well, self equals numis. Now there's this little trick I made self numis. Should I revert it back or just leave it? Because the function finishes at this point. I'll do it anyway. Store the, make an entity. Make it store self. And then revert it back. Compile just in case I did some. Ooh, monster breeding. Oh, I haven't declared it yet. Let's go to the top and let's do it. Void. I wonder who's still listening or watching. Okay, so that should compile now. Okay. Some monster breeding. So if self.class name equals timer, which will be which will no, is not equal timer, and this will be true the first time we run this. So the first time we run this, we'll come to here. Entity, the beast. And now the beast equals self. Yeah? Because we made it numis. Didn't we? Entity old self. We store self. Self becomes the numis, which is the entity we just spawned, which is the beast. So, and we come back, which we didn't have to do, but it's just, I think, good practice to do that to make it so that in case in future we stick some old stuff under here, make the new stuff and go in here. Anyway, okay, so what are we doing? We just made the beast. So the first thing we'll do is make it so that in 5 minutes' time is when the breeding starts. So the beast is self. So the beast, what do we call it? Life? Age equals time. The current time of game time, that gets stored in that variable age, which I made earlier. Okay. And now we spawn the timer, which will check in 5 minutes' time. You think equals, so come back here and come back here in 5 minutes, which is 300 seconds, I believe. Calculator out. Just double check that. 300, how many 60s is 5? Okay, 5 minutes, whatever. 5 minutes. and owner equals the beast. And I think that's all we need. That's all we need. Now the interesting thing I'm curious about is, and I might check with the Quake C gurus on this, because if I do, so we come back in 5 minutes to run this function. This time it will be our class name timer. It will be class name timer. So we'll continue here the second time. First time here. True first time. Do I need to put this? I'll just put here. I like putting questions in my... Is this the first time here? Okay. See, some things are really obvious. If I have to explain everything in the comments, the future meme, if he has to need to know that, then he's in trouble. Anyway, so so this is the second time we're here. We find, and the beast will be self, which is the timer owner. And there's the beast. Is still alive. Well, if it's not alive, then get rid of the timer and get out of here. I don't need to put every comment, everything. Okay. So we're back in, it's been 5 minutes, we're back, and the beast is alive. What do we want it to do? We need to check if it's... You know what? I might just do comments for now. So we need to... So this is the structure. If... you know what? I'll see if I can do pseudocode, but... does the beast have an enemy? Oh, if the beast does have an enemy, okay, if the beast does have an enemy, then he's busy fighting, so it's not time to have sex yet. So come back in, recheck. Well, 30 seconds. So he's a horny beast. So checking in 30 seconds, if or 15 seconds. No, because we already waited 5 minutes, man. 10 seconds. So busy fighting. Let's check again. 10. And then, so if it's busy fighting, come back and check in 10 minutes time. If you're still alive and you haven't got an enemy, okay. Beast is alive and has no enemy. So now we want it to, move towards, go close to his fellow beasts. So, okay. Now, eventually, what I'm picturing is they're gonna, it'll come, oh, you know what? I'll make the male. Okay. Let's give the beast a sex. Agenda. Is the beast, so we need a variable that's not used. I hate making new ones. I'll get one that's already been used. Float. No, what? Style. Style? Is it used anywhere? I'm sure it is. It's used for the world, but I don't know if it's used for anything else. Print style. Just the word by itself, man. Style. What's this? Oh yeah. Int. Hold on. Int style? Oh, that's a local. I think it's a local. That's a local variable. Let's see if that exists anywhere. Style. That's the world style, isn't it? Yeah, this is a variable that lights use and different things in world, I think. I just realized all the people that don't know how to program don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And the people that do, I'm listening going, gee, this guy's clueless. He doesn't know what he's doing. Geez, what a newbie. What's he doing making videos? Who do you think you are, dude? Okay, what are we doing? I'm going to use it anyway. I'm going to use style. Whatever, man. I'll put here, also used by monsters to assign sex. Done. In fact, I'm even going to define sex. That sounds like, is that a verb or a noun? The word gender's been misused so much these days, so should I put gender? Screw it. Gender. Is style. Okay. Save. Okay, so beast gender equals you know what? Is male. Because it's a Boolean that might make it more obvious. Is male. Copy. Save. Is male. Let's make it random. If random is greater than 5, true. Else false. Okay. So we're back to here. If the beast is male, then we search for a female. Find radius. Nah, find in the world. Let's find the partner. Find a little girlfriend. So, entity. Female. Find world. Should make it a for loop. Yeah, let's do a for loop. Entity female. Find the world. class name what's it called? Oh shit, I've got to get its scrag. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something that's a scrag. So at this point, shall I keep it generic? No, because there's already functions to figure out what it is. Warlock. Type. I'm sure this is used somewhere. Monster type. Isn't it monster type? Monster name type. Not name type. Get name type. Not a name type. Screw the names. I want type. Switch type. What's this? Summon demon. Ah, it's already got a class name. Ah, okay. We want to get... Maybe I can use this. Let's just copy for now, but... Get name type. Assign the type of monster. Hold on, what did I just do then? Level of... Make monster name. I don't want to make a name. Oh, this just sets the type. How can I find out? Is there a function to tell you what type of monster it is? I don't think there is. Get here we go. Get number of given monster kind a person has. I don't want the level. I don't want the meat. I don't care about the head touching. I'm not throwing heads. I'm not going to get the hearts. I'm not regenerating. I'm not making a name. I think that's it. Okay. So what I'll do is... I'm sure it should exist somewhere that says the monster type. What about here? Check contents. Well. Okay, I'll just do this. Seems a bit... Should be a function that does this, but anyway. Giving me the class name, I want you to come back with, tell me... I already know the class. What am I doing? Oh, what am I doing? The beast has already got a class name. Oh. That's silly. The beast already has a class name stored in the beast class name. All right. Okay. You know what? Just keep it E. We don't know if it's female yet. We'll just find us in the world a entity. Find the word something which find in the world something which has the same class name as the beast has, if the beast's male. If we find something, and then do it again, continuing from E as we assess the whole thing. Okay. Okay, so we're searching through all the entities in the world. What do we want to know? All the entities which are the same class name as this beast. So it's not having sex outside its species. Should it try? See, I'm thinking this thing won't live long enough to breed. But anyway, let's see what happens. So we've got an E. So if E... Okay. So if E... should I... What am I doing? I'm stopping the moment I find the first female. So... I mean, I could do... If it's male, continue. That kind of thing. Or I could just go, if it's not male, then break. Yeah, I'll do that. Keep it simple. Do I need to use a for loop? I'm trying to think syntactically if that could be better phrased. No, it's fine. Whatever. Okay, so if we're, if you know what, if we're female, why don't we do this? And if we're female, we don't have to do anything. Why would we come back? Well, we're going to get pregnant and then have babies. So, do I do that here or do one generic? Not generic. What's the word? Holistic. I hate that word. Function, or do I do lots of little ones? Well, let's do the pregnancy part first, and worry about the rest. So, if you're male. Yeah, because you've got one job and another job if you're female. So if you're male, find a female. Oops. And you're not already... this is where it gets tricky. What if it's already having sex? What if this? What if that? No, because what? No, that's okay. Okay. So come back. It's 10 seconds, right? Okay, cool. So we're male. Find a female. Okay. Okay, so let's continue now. It's a male, this female. So now, well, basically, TT equals E. Okay. So let's just do. I'll fine tune it later. So go into this E. So if float distance equals the length between Boolean works on origins, doesn't it? Yeah, it's origins. Origin. So how close are we? If distance is less than 40, what do we do then? Okay. So we're going to be moving towards it. What are we doing? Okay, so we're close. The beast. Well, it gets complicated because the next thing to do is to okay, the next thing to do is to have sex or initiate sex. Yeah, initiate sex. And just to make it clear, the beast is initiating sex with E. Boom. Return. And then what? And it's not equal to well, how about that? It's come to copy, but have sex. Or should there be two of them initiate? What does that mean? We're going to start the I'll just leave that there for now. But have sex. So okay, so if we're not already having sex, then search and find blah blah. And then if the distance is less than 40, initiate it. Okay. So what if it's female? Do we return here? Already said return. So you're looking for it. It's your goal entity. If you're close enough, initiate sex. Otherwise, don't. Either way, you're going to return. Oh, and then what? Do we come back to do this? Yes, we do. When? When? When do we check back? Because when we check back, we're going to test if you're still alive, if you've got an enemy. The beast is alive and has no enemy. Well, you're alive and got no enemy. And that's why we're initiating. So next time we come back, it's already having sex. So what's the status then of the male? The male will be, well, if it finishes sex, which we'll take care of here, we'll set that to 0. So we return here. Do I have to come back here? Yeah, let's come back. How often? Well, if you're close enough to initiate sex, we'll figure out what to do next to set that, when to run the next, call this function again. So return here. And what if you're not that close? Then check again after 10 seconds. Just pull that out of my... So come back in 10 seconds. Okay, So if the beast is male and is already having sex, then that'll be taken care of elsewhere. So I'll put here. What if he's already having sex? I'm thinking of doing this now. What if he's already having sex? Then return. And I'll take care of the next thing here. I think. Yeah, leave that for now. So this is all the male does. It's if he's already having sex, don't worry about it. This will. We're busy initiating. No, we're not. If we're having sex, no, we must have come here for that to be. Yeah, just to be clear. I'll put this here now, just to. Okay. It's having sex. And if it's not, it comes back. If it's having sex, yeah. If it's not having sex, then it searches for a mate. Goes to the mate. If it's close enough, it starts having sex again. If it's not, which the return means it will come in, then you come back in 10 seconds and do this check again. Okay, now if the bot is, do I need to do this? I don't think I do. Yeah, man. Screw checking. Bot is female at this point. So if self, should I do the pregnancy thing? A swelled up scrag. Need to do a few models. Not that hard, just make it chubbier. Yeah, man, that'd be funny looking. I bet you could do the whole birth thing, or what did I do here? We're definitely coming back, aren't we? Yeah, whether male or not. Okay, so if the beast is pregnant, so we need a Boolean. How long have I been talking for? 42 minutes. God. Maybe I should leave it there for now. Oh, let's just do the rest really rough. The beast is female. If the beast is pregnant. So what did the female do? The female's point of view came back here. If it's still alive, it's got an enemy. Come back. Didn't do anything here. If the beast is pregnant, so we need. Let's find another float. You know what? I've got some floats here I can use. Don't I? Is it telling? Oh, this is, oh yeah, here we go. This is used by the Grunty. No, he's used, just checking if it's already used by other, yeah, or used by the bots. Used by waypoints. No, yeah, got to watch that. Spy, freakbot. I don't use freakbot. Waypoints. Yeah, no, don't use that. Used by the bot to pause it during jumping. Oh, yeah, so you've got to watch it. Okay. McDemon when he's stopped. And I'll leave it aside for now. Vaccinated. Equipment when they're smoking. Grunty to check how long he's been jumping for. Leave that. Not used. Just touch medikit lift. Okay, just touch medikit. God, well, let's just use that one. Also used by monster to store if pregnant. And I know Spike doesn't like to find, but is pregnant. Copy. So let's where was it? So the beast's pregnant. Well, if you're not pregnant, then what? Just come back in 10 minutes, 10 seconds. I don't know. Female, you're not pregnant. What are we doing? Well, the initiate sex is just initiating the sex part, which might be pregnant or not. Then you need to check here if you're pregnant. So if you're not pregnant, come back in 10 seconds. 10 seconds? Well, what's going to happen if she's pregnant? Then we need to, for testing purposes, I'll keep it short for now. So, what is female and pregnant? Okay, so female, pregnant. And now, what are we going to do? We're going to spawn. Well, let's just set model the beast. Pregnant. Pregnant me. And then what? See how pregnant. Well, is she about to give birth or not? If the beast is, well, the beast is female and pregnant. So if the beast, then she's about to give birth. If the beast, well, hold on. If you're pregnant, that means you haven't given birth yet. And once you give birth, you'll no longer be pregnant. So if you're, if you're pregnant, if you're not pregnant, so somewhere else I'll figure out pregnant me. Okay, so if beast, maybe pregnant could be a time. Set a timer. Starts off at 0, and then sets a time. You're going to give birth in, I don't know, 60 seconds. Then pregnant will be 60. If time is greater than the beast is pregnant, it's time to give birth. Give birth? I don't know. Give birth. What should I call the function? Let's call it birth. Monster birth of this thing. And then so it gives birth. And I can set these will be set in monster birth, but just for now, not pregnant anymore. And you need some recuperation time, so come back in 20 seconds to have the next batch. Okay. What if it's not time yet? Well, monster is female, pregnant, but not ready for birth. Just come back in 20 seconds. Yeah? That's it. I'm assuming this won't compile. Entity E is defined here. Do I use E elsewhere, do I? Oh, okay. I'll just where's that function didn't exist? Initiate sex. God, should I do it now? How long has this video gone for? 50 minutes. Yeah, let's just... This is not going to work today, okay? This is just setting the whole thing up. So initiate sex, what does that mean? Well, let's put it here. And we sent it to the two things. Into the beast. I'll call it I'll put the boy. That makes a difference. Copy the girl. The mummy and the daddy. Mommy. Okay, so what's it called? What was it called? Initiate sex, wasn't it? Okay, we're initiating. So what does that mean? Well, set model daddy, and it's model null. There's a model null, isn't there? No, there isn't. Wasn't there a null? Find null. String null. Can I just do that? And mummy. Oops. Oh. Okay. So we can't see the beats, and now we're going to play an animation. You know what? Just do the mummy one. And then the daddy play the rag set model. Oh geez, now I've got to figure out model it is. Well, self-class name. String model name. I'll call it, I don't know. Self-class name. This means that I can't do multiple versions. I'll do this for now just to get going. Oop. Should I have done that earlier? Maybe I should. Anyway. Why did you do that an hour ago? Whatever. Okay, whatever. To live and learn. Yeah, okay. Gee, I should have thought of that earlier. Just make the text bigger. Sorry, guys. I didn't think of it. Anyway, so initiate sex. We set the model of daddy to be this thing called whatever the thing is. Class name monster blah blah underscore sex.model, which I haven't made yet, and which will be the two things having sex, which means I've got to play an animation. I forgot how to play animations. How do we play animations again? Where's Wizard? The standard way. We get the frames and then we how do we do it? Oh, we do that with stand. How do we call it? Oh, this I think this uses a generic where is it? What calls it with stand? Yeah, it uses this business. Yeah, if the monster's standing, do that. You know what? I could just make this part of its use the existing structure of this thing. Run, walk, missile, Malay. TH sex. And maybe I'll define it where the other things are. Copy. Where are the other things defined? Saffron. How does this work again? Every entity gets a function which is defined where? Ah, it's defined when it's defined when each one is created. Yes. Okay. So let's do where's Wizard? Wizard. Okay, this is where the wizard's made. Scrag. Okay. So we part of th this, th blah blah, th paint, th dye. And I'm going to put here. Oh, that's how you do it. We'll put here th sex, and I'll put with, for example, sex. Save, and then I need another function which looks a bit like what I saw earlier. Oh, no. Ooh, I've got to go. Phone's cool. This is a good time to take a break. At exactly an hour. This is quite exciting. So, yeah, stay tuned for part 2. Okay, bye.